Beloved soul, welcome to this sacred moment of divine connection. I greet you today with the warmth of heaven's embrace, knowing our meeting in this space is no accident. The universe has guided you here for a purpose that will soon unfold. With perfect clarity, take a deep breath and center your spirit, for what I'm about to share comes directly from the angelic realm, a message meant specifically for your heart. Type "I am ready" in the comments if you're prepared to receive. This divine revelation, this simple act of faith opens your spiritual channels to the blessings that await. The angels have been watching your journey with such tenderness. Beloved one, they've witnessed your tears in the midnight hour, your questions that seem to echo unanswered, and the longing in your heart for a love that honors your true worth. Today, they've asked me to deliver a message of profound importance. Someone young and financially blessed is done pretending they want you as their wife. This revelation may initially sting, but I ask you to listen with your spirit rather than your emotions, for within this truth lies your liberation. For too long, you've been caught in a dance of illusion, giving your precious energy to someone who presents one face to the world while wearing another in the shadows of your relationship. The angels want you to know that you were never the problem. Your heart, so genuine and filled with light, has been offering authentic love to someone incapable of returning it in kind, not because you lack anything, but because their soul is not aligned with divine timing for genuine partnership. Type "I deserve truth" if you're receiving this message. Let the angels witness your commitment to honoring yourself. This person in your life, this young, financially comfortable individual, has been performing a role rather than living in truth. Perhaps they enjoyed your company, your support, your unconditional acceptance. Perhaps they even convinced themselves temporarily that they could sustain the illusion. But angels cannot be deceived, and they see that this person's intentions were never aligned with lifetime commitment. They were playing house without intending to build a home. Now, before we continue, I want to gently invite you to subscribe to this channel and become part of this growing spiritual family. If this message is speaking to your heart, please share it with your WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, or friends on any social platform. You never know whose life it might change. If God has blessed you with the ability to give, your support through Super Thanks would mean so much. It helps us keep spreading these divine messages across the world. May God bless you richly and answer every one of your prayers. The heavenly realm wants you to understand something crucial. This revelation is not a door closing, but rather a divine redirection. When heaven removes someone who was never truly yours, it's not punishment, it's protection. It's the loving hand of grace guiding you away from years of potential heartache toward the path of your authentic destiny. I sense some of you feeling a heaviness in your chest right now, a recognition stirring in your spirit. Others may feel resistance, thinking, "This couldn't possibly apply to my situation." The angels ask you to sit with this message. In honest reflection, search your heart for the subtle signs you may have been dismissing, the inconsistency between words and actions, the convenient excuses, the promises that somehow never materialize into reality. Type "I choose clarity" if you're willing to see your situation through heaven's perspective. Beloved soul, understand that wealth and youth are not the foundations of true love. They are merely temporary conditions of earthly existence. What matters is integrity of heart, the alignment between what someone professes and how they actually live. The person who has been pretending doesn't possess this alignment, and heaven will no longer allow you to pour your sacred energy into a vessel that was never designed to hold it. Some of you have spent months, perhaps even years, making excuses. For this person's behavior, you've told yourself they're just busy building their future. You've convinced yourself that once they achieve certain goals, they'll finally commit fully to you. You've rationalized the emotional distance, the convenient unavailability, the way they seem to want you only on their terms. The angels say, "No more, your heart deserves better than crumbs from someone's table." This truth is being revealed to you now because you've reached a crucial spiritual crossroads. Your soul has evolved to a place where it can no longer thrive in illusion. Your spirit is crying out for authenticity, even when your mind tries to cling to comfortable deception. This divine intervention comes because you prayed, perhaps not with words, but with the silent yearning of your heart for something real and lasting. Type, "I embrace my worth," to affirm that you're ready to receive what truly belongs to you. Now, let me share something that may surprise you. This revelation about someone pretending isn't meant to leave you feeling abandoned or hopeless. Quite the opposite. The angels are clearing the path for authentic love to find you. Love that doesn't need to pretend. Love that rejoices in commitment. Love that sees your full value and celebrates it openly. The divine timing of this message is significant. You're entering a season of unprecedented clarity. The fog that has surrounded your romantic situation is being lifted by heaven's hand. You'll suddenly see motivations that were previously hidden from you. Conversations will reveal intentions that can no longer hide behind charming words or temporary gestures. What was murky will become crystal clear. Some of you are wondering, "But I've invested so much. How can I walk away now?" The angels understand your hesitation. They've watched you pour your beautiful heart into this connection. They've seen your faithfulness, your patience, your willingness to believe the best. These qualities reflect your spiritual beauty. But these same qualities have been keeping you tethered to an illusion rather than anchored in truth. Heaven is asking you to redirect these beautiful aspects of yourself towards someone worthy of receiving them. Your capacity for love is not diminished by this experience. It's being refined and prepared for a connection that will honor it properly. Type, "I release what isn't mine," to signal to the universe your willingness to let go of what was never truly meant for you. I'm being shown that some of you already know exactly who this message is about. You felt the inconsistency in your spirit. You've noticed how this person seems interested in the benefits of your presence without being willing to offer you the security of true commitment. Perhaps they enjoy introducing you to certain people, but keep you separate from others. Perhaps they speak of future plans, but become evasive when concrete steps are mentioned. Perhaps they are generous with gifts, but stingy with genuine emotional presence. These patterns aren't random, beloved one. They reveal the fundamental truth the angels are highlighting today. This person has been playing a role rather than building a life with you. Their youth and financial comfort have allowed them a sense of endless options, and they've been keeping you as just one possibility among many. Rather than choosing you definitively as their life partner, this revelation isn't meant to foster resentment or bitterness. The angels ask you to release this person with compassion, both for them and for yourself. Their journey has its own purpose, and perhaps they aren't yet spiritually mature enough to recognize the treasure they're failing to honor. Your journey, however, can no longer be entangled with someone unwilling to walk beside you in truth. The heavenly realm sees your tears, your confusion, your moments of doubting your own worth because of how this person has treated you. They want you to know you are not lacking. You are not too much. You have not failed. You have simply been investing in someone who was not in spiritual alignment with the divine plan for your life. Type, I trust divine timing, to acknowledge that heaven's schedule is perfect, even when it differs from your own expectations. Now, beloved soul, I must address something important. Some of you may be tempted to confront this person, to demand explanations or try to convince them to change. The angels caution against this approach. Someone who has been content with pretending won't suddenly embrace authenticity because you've uncovered their true intentions. In fact, such confrontations often lead only to more elaborate deception as they attempt to maintain the illusion. Instead, heaven guides you toward a different response. Quiet discernment followed by dignified detachment. Begin to observe rather than engage. Notice the patterns without feeling compelled to change them. Allow space for truth to reveal itself fully. When you step back emotionally, you create room for divine wisdom to enter. This doesn't mean abruptly cutting all contact if that doesn't feel right to your spirit. It means shifting your energy from anxious investment to peaceful observation. It means no longer basing your worth or happiness on their responses. It means reclaiming your spiritual autonomy. For some of you, this message confirms what you've suspected for months or even years. For others, it arrives as a surprising revelation. Regardless of which category you fall into, the angels want you to know that this truth isn't being revealed to hurt you, but to heal you, to redirect you toward authentic love, rather than allowing you to waste precious years of your life on someone who is merely pretending. Type, I choose authentic love, to align yourself with relationships based on truth and genuine commitment. The heavenly realm is showing me that this pretense has affected you more deeply than you may realize. When someone treats commitment as a performance rather than a sacred bond, it creates spiritual confusion. You begin to question your perceptions, your worth, your understanding of love itself. This erosion of your inner knowing wasn't accidental. It was the natural consequence of being in relationship with someone whose words and actions didn't align. Restoration begins with acknowledging this impact. Allow yourself to feel the disappointment, the frustration, perhaps even the anger that arises when you recognize that what you thought was real was actually an elaborate performance. These emotions aren't unholy. They're part of your spiritual healing. By honoring them without becoming trapped in them, you begin the process of reclaiming your spiritual clarity. The angels want you to know that your discernment wasn't faulty. Those moments when something felt off, but you couldn't quite identify what, those were your spirit recognizing incongruence even when your mind created explanations. Those times when you felt inexplicably sad after interactions that should have brought joy, that was your soul registering the gap between appearance and reality. Trust these spiritual senses moving forward. They are gifts from heaven, designed to guide you toward authentic connections and away from beautiful illusions. As you honor this internal guidance system, it will become increasingly refined, allowing you to recognize genuine intention even when it's dressed in simple clothing, and to detect false promises even when they're adorned with impressive displays Type, I honor my intuition to acknowledge the divine wisdom that already resides within you now, beloved soul. Let me address something that may be troubling your heart, the question of whether you somehow attracted or deserved this experience of someone pretending to want you as their wife. The angels respond with absolute clarity. No, this was never about your worthiness. It was about the other person's spiritual maturity and readiness for authentic partnership. You didn't manifest pretense through some failure of positive thinking or spiritual alignment. You simply encountered someone whose inner development hasn't yet reached the point of being able to offer genuine commitment. This isn't a reflection on you, it's a reality of their current soul journey. The divine wisdom in this situation lies in recognizing that not everyone who expresses interest in you is actually prepared to love you properly. Some are drawn to your light, but aren't ready to step fully into it. Others recognize your value, but aren't willing to adjust their lives to honor it consistently. These dynamics aren't personal failures. They're simply misalignments of spiritual timing. What matters now is your response to this revelation. Will you continue to invest in someone who has shown they're only pretending, hoping that somehow your love will transform their intentions? Or will you honor heaven's guidance by redirecting your precious energy toward what is genuine and aligned with your true destiny? Type, I choose my highest good to signal your commitment to honoring heaven's guidance in your life. I'm being shown that for many of you, this person's financial comfort or social position has been a factor in your reluctance to see the truth of the situation. Perhaps there's a sense of security in their resources, or maybe there's a certain validation in being associated with someone successful or prominent. The angels understand these human considerations, but they gently remind you, material prosperity without emotional integrity creates only gilded cages, not true homes for your soul. True abundance comes from spiritual alignment, not bank accounts. Authentic security flows from character, not credentials. The wealth that truly matters is the richness of honest connection, mutual respect, and shared purpose. These are the treasures that neither moth nor rust can destroy, the valuables that appreciate rather than depreciate with time. The young, financially comfortable person who has been pretending may indeed have impressive external resources, but the angels ask you to consider, what good are these resources if they're not freely shared in the context of genuine commitment? What value does apparent success have if it's used to maintain options rather than to build a meaningful life together? You deserve someone whose heart is as generous as their wallet, whose commitment is as substantial as their achievements. The pretense you've been experiencing offers only the appearance of these qualities without their essence. Heaven is guiding you toward the real thing rather than a convincing imitation. Type, I deserve completeness to affirm your right to a relationship that's authentic in all dimensions. Some of you may be wondering, but what if they change? What if they stop pretending and start being real? The angels want you to understand something fundamental about human nature. True change rarely happens within the context of established patterns. When someone has become comfortable with pretense in a relationship, that pattern tends to persist. Unless disrupted by significant life events or internal spiritual awakening. This doesn't mean the person in question can never change. It simply means that waiting for that change while continuing to accept the current reality is unlikely to produce different results. The divine wisdom here is knowing when to step back and allow someone their own journey of growth without making your happiness dependent on their choices. Your assignment from heaven isn't to fix, change, or convince this person. It's to honor your own path by aligning with truth, even when that truth is uncomfortable. It's to create space for authentic love by releasing what only mimics it. It's to trust that when you stop accepting pretense, you make room for genuine commitment to find you. The angels show me that some of you are afraid of being alone, afraid of starting over, afraid that perhaps this pretending relationship is the best you can hope for. These fears are natural, but not accurate. They arise from wounds rather than wisdom, from past disappointments rather than present possibilities. Type, I release all fear to begin dismantling these barriers to receiving your true divine connection. Heaven wants you to recognize that being temporarily alone is far less painful than being permanently misunderstood. Starting over isn't failure, it's courage. And settling for someone who's merely pretending to want you as their wife isn't your destiny. It's a detour that heaven is now helping you correct. This revelation comes not to leave you stranded, but to set you free, not to punish you, but to position you, not to hurt you, but to heal you. The angels don't remove without purpose. They clear space for greater blessings, more aligned connections, and deeper fulfillment. I sense some of you wondering about practical steps forward. How do you disentangle from someone who may not even realize or acknowledge that they've been pretending? The heavenly guidance is simple yet profound. Begin with internal shifts rather than external declarations. Change your energy before changing your circumstances. Start by acknowledging the truth to yourself without needing their validation of your perceptions. Then, gradually withdraw the excess energy you've been investing in trying to secure their genuine commitment. Redirect that precious life force toward your own spiritual growth, your passions, your authentic connections with others who value you properly. As you make these internal adjustments, the external reality will naturally begin to shift. The person who's been pretending will either rise to meet your new standard of authenticity, or they'll fade from prominence in your life. Either outcome serves your highest good. Though the angels prepare you for the likelihood of the latter, type, I reclaim my energy to begin this powerful process of spiritual realignment, beloved. So, the revelation that someone has been pretending doesn't diminish the beauty of what you offered. Your willingness to commit, to believe, to invest, these qualities reflect your spiritual maturity. They demonstrate your understanding of love's true nature as something that gives freely rather than calculating returns. These qualities will serve you powerfully in an authentic relationship. They'll create the foundation for lasting partnership when directed towards someone whose heart is genuinely available. What you've learned through this experience about yourself, about discernment, about the subtle differences between words and actions, these lessons are preparing you for a connection of much greater depth and integrity. The angels want you to know that this message isn't just about ending something false, but about beginning something true, not just about closing a door, but about opening yourself to possibilities that better reflect your worth. Not just about recognizing pretense, but about preparing for authenticity. Someone has indeed been pretending they want you as their wife, someone young, someone financially comfortable, but that pretense is being exposed now because you're ready for something more real. Your spirit has outgrown the confines of illusion. Your heart is prepared for a love that doesn't need to perform but simply is. Type, I am prepared for authentic love to align yourself with this divine next chapter. Of your journey, the heavenly realm shows me that for many of you, there have been consistent patterns that reveal the pretense in this relationship, perhaps promises made in private, but never acknowledged in public, perhaps future plans discussed, but continuously postponed, perhaps affection that appears when convenient, but disappears when commitment is required. These aren't minor inconsistencies. They're revelations of fundamental misalignment. The angels ask you to review these patterns with clear eyes, not to gather evidence for confrontation, but to strengthen your own clarity. When you truly see the situation without the filters of hope or fear, you'll recognize that you haven't. In imagining things, your confusion has come not from your perception, but from the gap between what was promised and what was delivered. This clarity is a gift, even when it initially feels painful. It's the necessary foundation for making decisions that honor your true worth rather than perpetuating cycles of disappointment. It's the solid ground from which you can finally step confidently in a new direction. I'm being shown that for some of you, this pretense has been going on for years. You've invested so much time, energy, and heart that the thought of acknowledging it as anything less than genuine feels overwhelming. The angels understand this completely. They're not asking you to dismiss or devalue the genuine feelings you've experienced. They're simply helping you recognize that your authentic love was met with performance rather than equal investment. This doesn't mean every moment was false. People are complex, and even those who aren't ready for true commitment can experience real connection. But experiencing moments of authenticity within a fundamentally misaligned relationship doesn't transform the overall nature of that connection. The angels ask you to honor what was real while acknowledging what wasn't. Type, I honor my journey. To acknowledge both the beauty and the pain of your experience without denying either. Now, beloved soul, I must address something important about divine timing. This revelation is reaching you now, not a year ago, not a year from now, because this is precisely when your spirit is ready to receive and act upon it. A year ago, you might have dismissed it. A year from now, you might have become too entangled to respond to it. But today, in this sacred moment, your soul is perfectly positioned to recognize and embrace this truth. This divine timing extends beyond just receiving the message. It also applies to the broader context of your life journey. The time you've spent with someone who was pretending wasn't wasted. It was preparation. It was developing your capacity for commitment, refining your understanding of what you truly need in partnership, and strengthening your spiritual discernment. Everything you've experienced has been equipping you for what comes next. The lessons learned, the strength developed, the clarity gained, these are spiritual assets that will serve you powerfully as you move forward. What seemed like delay was actually divine development, preparing you to receive a love that matches your capacity to give it. The angels want you to know that heaven has been working on your behalf, even when circumstances seemed to be working against you. The very experiences that felt like obstacles were actually creating necessary conditions for your greater good to manifest. This includes the revelation of pretense in your relationship. What feels like loss is actually liberation. Some of you are wondering if you'll ever find someone who genuinely wants you as their wife without pretending. The angels respond with absolute certainty. Yes, your capacity to love authentically is mirrored in the universe. Your ability to commit genuinely is matched by someone with equal spiritual maturity. Your willingness to build a true partnership is reflected in someone prepared to meet you there. Type "I believe in divine provision" to align yourself with heaven's perfect matching of authentic hearts. The process of moving from illusion to authenticity requires courage. Beloved one, it means being willing to temporarily stand in empty space rather than clutching at familiar shadows. It means trusting that what's coming is worth releasing what's present. It means believing that heaven's vision for your life exceeds even your most beautiful hopes. This courage doesn't mean you won't feel fear. It doesn't mean you won't experience moments of doubt or loneliness. It simply means you choose to move forward despite these feelings, guided by the divine wisdom that's now illuminating your path. This courage is already within you. It's part of your spiritual DNA, activated by heaven's revelation. As you begin to shift your energy away from someone who's been pretending, you may notice interesting changes. The person might suddenly increase their attention, sensing your withdrawal. They might make grand gestures or promises, attempting to regain the dynamic that was comfortable for them, or they might quickly fade away, revealing just how tenuous the connection actually was. The angels ask you to observe these responses with emotional detachment rather than being pulled back into familiar patterns. These reactions aren't about genuine change, but about maintaining the status quo. True transformation would be demonstrated through consistent actions over time, not reactive adjustments to your shifting energy. Your assignment isn't to analyze or respond to these reactions, but simply to continue your own journey toward authenticity. Keep reclaiming your energy. Keep clarifying your truth. Keep creating space for what genuinely belongs in your life rather than what merely pretends to belong there. Type "I remain steadfast" to affirm your commitment to this path of authenticity regardless of external reactions. Beloved soul, I'm being shown that many of you have sensed this truth about pretense for some time, but have been afraid to fully acknowledge it. Perhaps you've had dreams or intuitive flashes that reveal the misalignment. Perhaps trusted friends or family members have gently tried to point out inconsistencies. Perhaps your own body has been sending signals through tension, exhaustion, or unexplained sadness. These weren't random occurrences. They were divine messengers attempting to guide you toward this moment of clarity. Your spirit has been working diligently to align you with truth, even when your conscious mind created explanations that maintained the illusion. This internal guidance system is one of heaven's most precious gifts to you, a compass that points unfailingly toward your highest good. As you move forward, this intuitive guidance will become increasingly important. The angels encourage you to create quiet space daily to listen to these subtle promptings. They speak not through fear or anxiety, but through peaceful knowing, gentle redirection, and quiet certainty. Learning to distinguish these authentic signals from mental chatter is essential for navigating your path forward. This skill of spiritual discernment will serve you not only in recognizing who is pretending in your life, but also in identifying who is genuine. It will help you recognize authentic connection when it appears, even if it comes in unexpected forms or at unexpected times. It will guide you toward relationships rooted in truth rather than performance. Some of you may be wondering about forgiveness, how to release resentment towards someone who has been pretending to want you as their wife. The angels offer this wisdom. True forgiveness doesn't mean denying the reality of what occurred. It means releasing the emotional charge associated with it, so that situation no longer controls your energy or defines your future. Type, I choose. Freedom through forgiveness to begin this powerful process of emotional liberation. This forgiveness isn't primarily for the other person's benefit. It's for yours. When you carry resentment about someone's pretense, you remain energetically tethered to the very illusion you're trying to escape. Forgiveness cuts these invisible cords, allowing your spirit to move forward unburdened by past disappointments. Forgiving doesn't mean you must maintain relationship with someone who has demonstrated they're only pretending. It doesn't mean trusting them again without evidence of fundamental change. It simply means you release them to their own journey while you continue yours, without the heavy weight of bitterness slowing your steps. This process of forgiveness happens gradually as you redirect your focus from what was false to what is possible. As you invest in your own growth, pursue your passions, and nurture authentic connections, the emotional intensity around the pretense naturally diminishes. What once felt like an overwhelming betrayal eventually becomes simply an experience that contributed to your wisdom. The angels want you to know that this revelation about someone pretending comes at a crucial turning point in your spiritual development. You're entering a phase where authenticity becomes non-negotiable, not because you demand it from others, but because your spirit can no longer thrive in environments where it's absent. This evolutionary shift means relationships based on performance or pretense will naturally begin to feel increasingly uncomfortable. Connections where you must diminish yourself, where your needs are consistently secondary, where commitment remains perpetually ambiguous. These will start to feel not just unsatisfying, but almost unbearable. This discomfort isn't punishment. It's protection. It's your spirit's way of guiding you away from what depletes you and toward what nourishes you. It's a sign of your growing spiritual maturity, your soul's increasing resonance with divine truth rather than human illusion. Type, I embrace spiritual evolution to align yourself with this powerful phase of your journey. Beloved one, as we begin to conclude this divine message, I want to address something important. Some of you may feel embarrassed about having been in a relationship with someone who was only pretending. You may wonder how you didn't see it sooner, or worry that others noticed what you missed. The angels want you to release these concerns completely. There is no shame in having loved genuinely, even when that love wasn't reciprocated with equal authenticity. There is no embarrassment in having believed the best about someone, even when they didn't live up to that belief. These qualities reflect your spiritual beauty, not any lack of wisdom or discernment. Furthermore, every soul learns through experience. The capacity to recognize pretense develops through encountering it, just as the ability to appreciate authenticity grows through experiencing both its presence and its absence. You haven't failed some cosmic test. You've been developing essential spiritual skills through lived experience. The revelation that someone young and financially comfortable has been pretending they want you as their wife isn't a statement about your value. It's information about their current capacity. It's not a closed door, but a divine redirection toward what truly belongs in your life. As you absorb this heavenly message, I encourage you to be gentle with yourself through the process of realignment. Allow space for all emotions that arise: disappointment, relief, sadness, hope, anger, anticipation. Each has wisdom to offer if you don't become stuck in any single one. Each contributes to your complete healing if you allow it to flow through rather than becoming stagnant. Type, I embrace my complete healing to signal your willingness to experience this full spectrum of emotion as part of your restoration. The angels want you to know that this revelation marks not an ending, but a beginning, not a loss, but a reclamation, not a rejection, but a redirection toward what genuinely honors your worth. The clearing away of pretense creates sacred space for authenticity to enter, not just in your romantic life, but in every dimension of your existence. As this divine truth settles into your spirit, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in how you move through the world. You'll find yourself naturally drawn toward people and environments that reflect transparency and integrity. You'll discover a new ease in setting boundaries around behavior that feels misaligned. You'll experience increasing clarity about what you truly desire in partnership rather than what you've been conditioned to accept. These shifts aren't things you need to force. They're natural evolutions that flow from embracing heaven's revelation. As you align with truth in this area of pretense, truth begins to align with you in all areas. It's a divine reciprocity that transforms your entire experience of living. I'm being shown that for many of you, this message arrives during a season when other areas of your life are also undergoing significant transformation. Perhaps your career is shifting, your living situation changing, or your spiritual practice deepening. This timing isn't coincidental. It's orchestrated. Heaven is realigning multiple dimensions simultaneously to create optimal conditions for your next level of becoming. Embrace these concurrent changes as part of a unified divine plan rather than as separate challenges. See how each area of transformation supports the others, creating a comprehensive upgrade in your life experience. What seems like disruptive change is actually coordinated evolution, guided by loving wisdom that sees beyond your current circumstances to your ultimate fulfillment. Type, I trust the divine plan to align yourself with this perfect orchestration of your journey. Beloved soul, as we approach the conclusion of this divine message, I want to leave you with this sacred assurance. You are being held through this transition. The revelation that someone has been pretending they want you as their wife may initially feel destabilizing, but you are not facing this truth alone. Heavenly forces surround you, strengthening your spirit, guiding your steps, and preparing the way before you. This support manifests in various ways: through unexpected encouragement from others, through intuitive guidance that arrives at perfect moments, through circumstances that align to support your new direction, through inner peace that surpasses understanding, even amid uncertainty. Notice these divine touches as they appear. They are heaven's way of confirming you're on the right path. The angels ask you to remember that authentic love never requires pretense from either party. When true spiritual alignment exists, both souls can stand in complete truth without fear of rejection. Both can reveal their genuine needs, desires, and limitations without performance or manipulation. Both can commit wholeheartedly without secretly maintaining escape routes. This is what heaven is guiding you toward. Not just the absence of pretense, but the presence of profound authenticity. Not just freedom from illusion, but fulfillment in truth. not just the end of a misaligned connection, but the beginning of one that reflects your true spiritual design. As you integrate this heavenly message, continue to create quiet space for divine wisdom to guide you. The specifics of your situation are unique, and while this revelation about pretense applies to all hearing it, the exact implementation may differ based on your circumstances. Listen for those subtle promptings that offer personalized guidance for your next steps. Type "I listen for divine guidance" to activate this sacred channel of heavenly direction. Remember, beloved one, that heaven's timeline differs from human expectation. The full manifestation of what's being prepared for you, the authentic connection that doesn't require pretense, may not appear immediately after you acknowledge the current misalignment. There may be a sacred interval of preparation, healing, and growth before your next chapter begins. This interval isn't punishment or abandonment. It's purposeful development. It's the necessary space between what was and what will be, allowing complete integration of lessons learned and full restoration of your spiritual energy. This time alone isn't empty waiting, but rich becoming, not barren isolation, but fertile incubation. During this interval, the angels encourage you to focus on reconnecting with aspects of yourself that may have been diminished while accommodating someone's pretense. Rediscover passions that were set aside, rebuild connections that were neglected, reclaim parts of your identity that were compromised. This isn't selfish, it's essential spiritual restoration. As you engage in this process of reclamation, you're not just healing past wounds, but actively creating optimal conditions for authentic partnership to find you. You're becoming more fully yourself, which makes you more recognizable to the soul who is genuinely seeking someone exactly like you. You're clarifying your unique frequency, which allows precise spiritual matching rather than approximate connection. The angels want you to know that when heaven removes what isn't yours, it's always to make way for what is. The revelation that someone has been pretending they want you as their wife comes not to leave you in lack, but to position you for abundance. Not to confirm unworthiness, but to prepare for proper valuation. Not to punish, but to protect what is precious. Your irreplaceable heart. Type "I am divinely protected" to acknowledge this sacred covering over your life and journey, beloved soul. As we conclude this divine message, I want to leave you with this final heavenly assurance. Your capacity for genuine love hasn't been damaged by experiencing someone's pretense. Your heart remains intact, your spirit resilient, your future bright with possibilities that far exceed what's being removed from your path. The angels surround you now, their presence tangible to your spirit if not visible to your eyes. They witness your courage in receiving this truth. They honor your willingness to align with divine revelation even when it challenges comfortable illusions. They celebrate your readiness to step into greater authenticity, even when the path forward isn't yet fully illuminated. Heaven's message has been delivered. Someone young and financially comfortable is done pretending they want you as their wife. But this isn't the end of your story. It's merely the conclusion of a chapter that was never meant to be your complete narrative. What awaits you is a connection so genuine it requires no pretense, so aligned it needs no performance, so authentic it thrives in complete truth. Walk forward in this knowledge, surrounded by divine love, guided by heavenly wisdom, protected by angelic presence. Your journey continues not in diminishment, but in expansion, not in loss, but in discovery. not in ending, but in glorious, authentic beginning. Type, "I receive this divine truth," as your final act of alignment with heaven's perfect plan for your life and love. Before you scroll to the next video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to this channel. Share this video to WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and to friends who use any social network as you can. I will appreciate if you support this channel by super thanks. God will bless you and answer your prayers. Thank you for opening your heart to this sacred message. Until we meet again in divine timing, remember that you are seen, known, and deeply cherished by heaven itself. Walk in this truth, beloved soul, and watch as authenticity transforms every dimension of your existence. Thank you for watching.